I love doing period pieces, just because you get to feel like you're traveling back in time and going to a whole different time. And it was really cool also with the set because they made it look so detailed and, like I said before, made it look like you were just stepping into the past.
The language was also a little different. They tried to write it different.
Yeah.
They didn't use some words that we use now. And I thought that was interesting. When I realized that it was in the 1950s, it all made sense to me because reading the script, then I realized the stair lift and everything. At first, I didn't know it was in the 1950s until actually when we tried on our wardrobe. I think just reading the script helped a lot, just knowing what they went through and what they're going to go through, and just knowing what's in store for them, I think really helped with my character, and hearing about the leg brace and polio and everything, just knowing her backstory. I actually had to create one in my mind because I wanted to be able to pull from something, like how long they've known each other, because I didn't want it to just seem like I just threw myself into this project not knowing what I was doing. I wanted to create this whole world for the character. The leg brace actually made it a lot easier because you really feel it. You can't really move that much anyway. But before I started filming, 2 weeks I think before we started shooting, I walked around with a cane and I tried to limp around the house and figure out how I was going to do that because I wanted it to seem natural and real, like she actually couldn't move her leg. And I think that definitely helped me out because when I actually got the leg brace on, then I understood how I was going to do it because I was already comfortable with not moving that leg as much. What I thought was really cool about the script is that it's all female-based. There's Mr. Mullins and the priest, of course, but all these females are fighting for their lives together, and they really unite, and they become a family when the whole time they're actually orphans and they don't have families. So I thought that was really cool that together they become their own family. Sister Charlotte's and I think Janice's bond is just because I think she pities her in a way. She feels sorry for her and she's sympathetic towards her because she sees the polio and how it's affecting her. And I think she loves Lulu's character, Linda, and Janice maybe even a little more than the other girls because they're older and they kind of pick on these younger characters. And so I think she is more motherly towards us in a way, and she becomes a role model for us.
She's also kind of like the protector for us. She tries to shield us from these bad things. She does her best to. What I did was I took the script and I found places where my character was feeling different emotions. I mapped out the places she was feeling happy or sad or confused and scared, and I feel like that just really helped me build a better idea about what my character was feeling emotional-wise and how she was dealing with all these bad things that were happening. I really liked the idea that I was a good guy and that I was kind of kind of like hero in a way, I guess. Because in my last horror film, I was the evil one, which was fun too. But I just like to have different experiences, and that was just really refreshing and new because I like to experience all of it. It just felt really cool, and also with the part about it being female based, I just thought that was really cool because you don't see a lot of female based horror movies these days. Sometimes it was really hard because in a lot of scenes I'm crying and I'm very emotional, and that gave me a headache sometimes, and it made me feel kind of nauseous or tired, really tired actually. I would pass out after the end of the day. But one scene that I feel like is the most suspenseful was when I'm under the stairs, because you don't know what's going to happen. You don't know if this evil is going to back off or come right at me.
One of the most tense scenes for me, or some of them, is when I'm filming with Mr. Mullins' character, because he's actually very off and kind of brooding, and I think that definitely helped with filming because I think he tried to do that on purpose, so I didn't know him that well, and I felt a little uncomfortable and unsure of his character. So when we were filming, that definitely came off on screen because I was a little scared of him in person. And he actually told me after we were done filming, he told all of us that he tried to stand back a little bit so that we felt that actual emotion and it's just real instead of just acting in a scene. And I thought that was really cool. It was very natural feeling in every scene.